Nestled at the foot of the towering Mount Vesuvius, Pompeii was more than just a city. It was a strategic gem in the crown of the Roman Empire. Its prime location near the Mediterranean Sea made it a crucial port for trade and a melting pot of diverse cultures. This bustling city was not always so grand, however. Pompeii evolved from a modest settlement to a vibrant city under the auspices of the Roman Empire, growing in cultural, economic, and social significance. The city's evolution is a testament to the dynamism and resilience of its inhabitants, who transformed it into a hub of commerce, art, and architecture. The city's growth was not just in terms of physical expansion, but also in its societal structures, with a complex social hierarchy taking shape, mirroring the broader Roman society. As we journey through this city's history, we'll gain a deeper understanding of its people, its culture, and the forces that shaped it. So, let's turn the pages of history and uncover the captivating chronicles of Pompeii. Welcome to Mystical Realms Uncovered. I am your host, Karam, and today we traverse back in time to the prosperous era of Pompeii. Nestled at the foot of the mighty Mount Vesuvius, Pompeii was a beacon of prosperity in ancient Italy. A stone's throw from the azure Mediterranean Sea, this bustling port city was a hub of commerce and culture, its pulse resonating with the energy of its inhabitants. The city's economy thrived on a blend of agriculture, trade, and artisanal crafts. The fertile volcanic soil yielded bountiful harvests of olives, grapes, and cereals, while the bustling port welcomed ships laden with goods from distant lands. The city's artisans were renowned for their exquisite pottery and mosaics, their masterpieces adorning the homes of the wealthy. Pompeii was a city of contrast, where the opulence of grand villas stood in stark contrast to the humbler dwellings of the working class. Yet regardless of social status, the Pompeians enjoyed a rich cultural life. The city was a cradle of art and architecture, its streets lined with bathhouses, temples, and theatres. The grand amphitheatre echoed with the cheers of spectators, while the tranquil gardens offered a respite from the bustling city life. Pompeii's architecture was a testament to its prosperity. The homes of the wealthy, adorned with intricate frescoes, boasted courtyards and private baths. The city's public spaces were equally impressive, with paved streets, grandiose temples, and bustling marketplaces. The Forum, the city's main public space, was a hive of activity, a meeting point for citizens to engage in commerce, politics, and social discourse. As we walk through the cobbled streets of Pompeii and peer into its grand villas, we're transported to a time of prosperity and culture. Yet, beneath the surface, a deadly force was brewing, waiting to unleash its fury on this beacon of ancient civilization. As we delve further, we will uncover the captivating chronicles of Pompeii. Pompeii, in its prime, was a lively city, teeming with diverse inhabitants. Like a vibrant mosaic, the city was a patchwork of various social strata, each with its unique hue and pattern. At the heart of Pompeii's social structure were the slaves, a significant portion of the population. Their roles varied widely, from domestic servants to skilled craftsmen, and even gladiators, who fought for their freedom in the amphitheatre's sand. Some managed to earn their freedom, becoming liberti, a step above their brethren in the societal ladder. In contrast were the wealthy merchants and politicians, the elite of Pompeii. They lived in luxurious villas adorned with intricate mosaics and frescoes, a testament to their affluence. Their days were filled with political debates in the Forum, the city's bustling administrative and commercial hub, and lavish banquets, where they feasted on exotic foods, entertained by musicians and poets. In between these extremes were the plebs, or the common people. They were the bakers, the vintners, the weavers, and the fishermen. Their life was simple yet content, their homes modest yet comfortable. They gathered in the city's numerous taverns and bathhouses, sharing stories, laughter, and camaraderie. Pompeii was a city of vibrancy and vitality, its streets echoing with the sounds of commerce, political discourse, and cultural celebrations. The amphitheatre roared with the cheers of spectators, the markets buzzed with haggling, and the temples hummed with religious rituals. Pompeii was also a city of contrasts. It was a place where the rich and the poor, the free and the enslaved, the powerful and the powerless all lived side by side. Despite their differences, they all shared a common thread, their love for their city. The people of Pompeii were a reflection of the city itself, dynamic, diverse, and full of life. They worked, they played, they loved, they quarreled. They lived their lives to the fullest, their hearts beating in sync with the city's pulsating rhythm. The people of Pompeii lived fulfilling lives, unaware of the impending catastrophe. Their stories, their dreams, their aspirations, all encapsulated within the city's walls, frozen in time, waiting to be discovered. In the midst of prosperity, subtle warning signs of the approaching calamity were largely ignored. The city of Pompeii, nestled at the foot of Mount Vesuvius, was no stranger to the occasional tremors that would ripple through the ground beneath their feet. These minor earthquakes were a common occurrence in the region, a seemingly harmless side effect of living in the shadow of a dormant giant. As the inhabitants moved through their daily routines, the earth would occasionally shudder. Markets would tremble, homes would shiver, but the people of Pompeii carried on. Accustomed to these tremors, they dismissed them as normal occurrences, the earth simply stretching its limbs, yawning and settling back into a deep slumber. They didn't know any better. After all, Vesuvius had been dormant for centuries, its destructive potential forgotten in the annals of time. Life in Pompeii carried on, unmarred by the gentle reminders of the sleeping giant in their midst. The markets buzzed, the amphitheater roared with the cheers of spectators, and the streets hummed with the rhythm of a city alive and thriving. Little did they know, these tremors were not merely the earth stretching. They were the first whispers of an impending disaster, the early stirrings of a beast preparing to awaken from its slumber. These warning signs, however, fell on deaf ears. The people of Pompeii carried on with their lives, dismissing these tremors as no more than the idiosyncrasies of their city. To them, earthquakes were a part of life, as commonplace as the setting sun or the changing seasons. They continued to live, to laugh, to love, oblivious to the fact that each tremor was a countdown, a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. And so, life in Pompeii carried on, the city bustling and alive, its inhabitants unaware of the fiery fate that awaited them. With each passing day, the clock ticked down, the tremors grew more frequent, and Mount Vesuvius stirred, ready to awaken from its centuries-long slumber. The inhabitants carried on with their lives, oblivious to the immense disaster that was about to strike. On that fateful day in 79 AD, Mount Vesuvius erupted, marking the beginning of the end for Pompeii. The eruption was like nothing the world had seen before. Indeed, it was a catastrophic event that would forever etch itself into the annals of history. Vesuvius, a seemingly benign mountain, transformed into a monstrous beast, spewing forth a deadly cocktail of volcanic ash, pumice, and toxic gases. The sky darkened, blotting out the sun, and the day turned into a nightmarish twilight. In the blink of an eye, the bustling city of Pompeii was engulfed in a thick, choking cloud. The volcanic ash, hot and suffocating, descended upon the city like a malevolent fog. It crept into homes, filling every crevice, every corner, snuffing out the lives of those unfortunate enough to be caught in its deadly embrace. Pumice, a light and porous volcanic rock, rained down from the sky. It was like a hailstorm, but far more destructive. These rocks, heated to incredible temperatures, set buildings ablaze. The once grand city, known for its opulent villas and vibrant markets, was now a raging inferno. But the most deadly aspect of the eruption was perhaps the toxic gases. Vesuvius released a miasma of lethal gases, including carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide. These gases, heavier than air, sank to the ground, suffocating anyone in their path. The citizens of Pompeii, those who had not already succumbed to the ash or the fires, were left gasping for breath in a city now devoid of life. This catastrophic eruption did not last for mere hours. No, it persisted for days on end, a relentless assault that left no hope for survival. With each passing day, more and more ash and pumice fell, blanketing the city under a thick layer of volcanic debris. The magnitude of the disaster was such that it altered the very landscape, hiding Pompeii from the world. When the eruption finally ceased, Pompeii was unrecognizable. The once thriving city, teeming with life and laughter, was now a silent graveyard. Homes, markets, temples, all buried under a thick layer of ash and pumice. The streets, once bustling with activity, were now eerily quiet. The people, once full of life, lay still, their bodies frozen in their final moments, entombed in the volcanic debris. The once vibrant city of Pompeii was silenced, buried under a deathly blanket of ash and pumice. The eruption of Vesuvius was not just a natural disaster, it was a tragedy that claimed thousands of lives. It was a grim reminder of the destructive power of nature and the fragility of human existence. But amidst the ruins and the loss, the story of Pompeii endures, a testament to a city and a people frozen in time. With Pompeii buried and forgotten, a silence fell over the site for centuries. The bustling city that had once been a vibrant hub of Roman life was now nothing more than a chilling echo of the past, a ghost town obscured by layers of ash and pumice. The eruption of Mount Vesuvius had not only obliterated the city, but also wiped it from the collective memory of the world, as if the land itself wished to forget the catastrophe that had befallen it. For centuries, Pompeii lay forgotten, its grandeur and prosperity hidden beneath the hardened shell of volcanic debris. The streets that had once echoed with the chatter of citizens, the laughter of children, and the clattering of horse-drawn carts were silenced. The grand villas, bustling markets, and ornate temples were entombed in a grey shroud, their beauty concealed from the world. As the years rolled into decades and then centuries, nature began to reclaim the land. Vegetation sprouted from the ash, a stark contrast to the lifeless grey that enveloped the city. The site of Pompeii was lost to the world, its existence fading into the realm of myth and legend. It was as if the city had never existed, its tale a mere whisper on the winds of history. Yet beneath the surface, Pompeii waited. It waited for the day it would be unearthed, its story told once again. It waited for the world to remember the vibrant city that had once thrived at the foot of Mount Vesuvius, and the cataclysmic event that had brought its end. Pompeii, once a bustling city, was lost to time, waiting to be rediscovered. Its silence was not a mark of defeat, but a testament to its endurance. Its ruins held the promise of revelation, a window into a world long past. And so Pompeii slumbered, its secrets locked away, its memory a dormant volcano ready to erupt once more when the time was right. It wasn't until many centuries later that Pompeii was accidentally rediscovered. The ancient city, buried under layers of volcanic ash and pumice, had lain hidden from the world for over 1,000 years. But in the 18th century, a chance encounter would change everything. In 1748, a group of explorers, led by the Spanish military engineer Roque Joaquin de Alcubierre, unearthed this forgotten city. What they found was not a ruin, but a snapshot in time. Buildings, artifacts, even bodies were preserved in stunning detail under a protective layer of volcanic material. The initial excavations were more treasure hunting than archaeology, with many artifacts looted or destroyed. But as the years passed, the approach towards Pompeii changed. The focus shifted from treasure hunting to understanding the city's historical and cultural significance. Archaeologists began painstaking work to excavate and preserve the site, a task that continues to this day. The preservation of Pompeii is no easy feat. The site covers a sprawling 66 hectares, filled with buildings, streets, and artifacts. The process is slow and meticulous. Each layer of ash and pumice is carefully removed, revealing the city piece by piece. The goal is not just to uncover Pompeii, but to preserve it for future generations. What makes Pompeii unique is the unprecedented level of detail preserved in the city. The volcanic material that buried Pompeii did more than just hide it from the world. It created a perfect time capsule. From the grand villas of the wealthy to the humble homes of the poor, from the bustling marketplaces to the silent temples, Pompeii offers a complete picture of Roman life. But it's not just the buildings that tell a story. The artifacts found within them offer a unique insight into the daily lives of Pompeii's inhabitants. From the food they ate to the clothes they wore, from the tools they used to the games they played, every item adds a piece to the puzzle of ancient Roman life. Perhaps the most poignant reminders of the city's past are the casts of the victims. During the excavation, voids were found in the hardened ash. These were the spaces left by the bodies of those who perished in the eruption. By filling these voids with plaster, archaeologists have been able to create detailed casts of the victims, frozen in their final moments. Pompeii serves as a time capsule, offering us a glimpse into a long-gone era. It stands as a monument to the power of nature and the fragility of human life. But it also serves as a window into our past, allowing us to understand the lives of those who walked these streets over 2,000 years ago. Each new discovery adds another chapter to the story of Pompeii, a story that continues to captivate and intrigue us to this day. Today, Pompeii stands as a stark reminder of the power and unpredictability of nature. This once thriving Roman city, now frozen in time, offers us a unique window into the past. As we walk its silent streets and explore the remnants of its grand villas and public spaces, we are transported back to a world that was abruptly silenced nearly 2,000 years ago. Pompeii is more than just a historical site. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a testament to our global commitment to preserving and understanding our shared history. Every year, millions of people from around the world flock to southern Italy to witness this archaeological marvel. They come not only to marvel at the well-preserved ruins, but also to pay homage to the thousands of lives that were lost in a moment of volcanic fury. But Pompeii is not a static monument to the past. It's a living, breathing site of ongoing research and conservation. Archaeologists and historians continue to unearth new findings, shedding light on the rich and complex tapestry of Roman life. These discoveries are meticulously preserved and studied, adding to our understanding of this fascinating period in history. The conservation efforts at Pompeii are a testament to our collective interest in preserving our shared heritage. Despite the challenges of weather, erosion, and the simple passage of time, dedicated teams work tirelessly to ensure that Pompeii remains for future generations to explore and learn from. Yet, Pompeii also serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of human life and civilization. It stands as a poignant testament to the power of nature, a reminder that despite our advancements and achievements, we remain at the mercy of the natural world. Pompeii, frozen in time, continues to fascinate and educate us. It serves as a bridge between the past and the present, a tangible link to our ancestors and their world. And as we walk its streets, we are reminded of our own place in the grand tapestry of history and our responsibility to preserve it for future generations. The story of Pompeii is a tale of prosperity, devastation, and rediscovery. In the blink of an eye, a thriving city bustling with life was silenced, frozen in a moment of time. Pompeii, once a prosperous city, a jewel in the Roman Empire, became a city of ashes, a symbol of the power and unpredictability of nature. The eruption of Mount Vesuvius was a catastrophe of epic proportions, a disaster that echoed through the millennia, its story told and retold, a warning from the past to the present. From the everyday lives of its citizens to the grandeur of its architecture, Pompeii was a city like no other. Its streets were filled with laughter, commerce, and the promise of tomorrow. But that tomorrow never came. The people of Pompeii ignored the warning signs, dismissing the rumbling mountain as just another day in paradise. Their complacency was their downfall, a stark reminder of the importance of respecting and understanding our environment. The aftermath of the eruption was a grim testament to the power of Vesuvius. The city was buried beneath a thick layer of volcanic ash, its people and buildings preserved in a macabre tableau of their final moments. Yet from this tragedy arose a unique opportunity for historians and archaeologists. The excavation of Pompeii provided an unprecedented window into the past, a snapshot of Roman life frozen in time. Today, Pompeii stands as a testament to the impermanence of human civilization, a stark reminder of our vulnerability in the face of nature's fury. Yet it also stands as a monument to human resilience, our capacity to rebuild, to learn from our past, and to face the future with courage and determination. The story of Pompeii is a cautionary tale, a lesson in humility and respect for the power of nature. It serves as a reminder that we are not invincible, that the earth beneath our feet is not as stable as we might like to believe. It's a story that should inspire us to cherish every moment, to appreciate the beauty and fragility of our world, and to strive for a deeper understanding of the forces that shape it. Thank you for watching this episode of Mystical Realms Uncovered. My name is Karam. If you have enjoyed this video, please feel free to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel for more such mystical places. Until next time, be safe and kind to one another.